What I'm going to say probably going to surprise you. It might take you for a loop. You might say, "Oh my God, what the hell are you talking about?" But you listen to me and you like my show because you know I keep it a buck. I practice facts over feelings. I don't pull punches. I don't BS. I speak what I think and I stand 10 toes deep in what I think. And that's just the way I am. So don't be sensitive. Don't get upset. Don't worry about what I got to say. Just listen and hear me out because what I'm telling you, it's just flat out true. It's just flat out true. And I have no other way to say it, but Angel Reese could be an MVP candidate in the 2025 season. I didn't say she's going to win it, but she could very well be an MVP candidate. And I'm going to tell you why. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Rudy's Rant, powered by Coming Out of the Podcast, where I am your host, Rudy Rodriguez Showmont, aka Rudy the Hammer. I practice facts over feelings. You know this. So do not be surprised because I said in my live on Tuesday, Angel Reese has been playing better. And I'm just telling you the truth. You don't have to like it because you've made this Caitlin Angel Reese thing so personal for you individually. And I get it. You're fans. I get it. The same way Angel Reese's fans have made it personal for them too. It is what it is. It just is what it is. Everyone's chosen a side, and it's like if you're on one, you can't be on the other. If you're on that one, you can't be on this one. You can never have an opinion that goes over the freaking line and says, "Well, you know what? Someone played well too. Me too. She did. She has been." The work with Lisa Leslie seems to have been truly working. I am telling you, I've been watching. I've watched everything in Unraveled. I haven't missed a game. I have not missed a game. I didn't think I'd watch past the first week, and I really haven't talked about Unrivaled in about 3 weeks, 4 weeks. I've stopped doing a recap of it or what have you. I've stopped specifying it in titles of videos for the most part because I'm just not going to give him that type of coverage because they couldn't even give me a response, the decency of a response to a credential request. If you want coverage, you need to take the good with the bad. There has been some good. I've learned about some players and learned some things about some players that I find to be really, really good. And I'm looking forward to watching them play more this season coming up. I've also learned that there's some players that you think are good that really aren't very good. But I will tell you this tonight, because of y'all, because I had no idea what this was before. I watched Simply Ball Dropping. Yes, I did. I watched it. I even commented. No one responded to my comment, but I like I like K-Sap's graphics. I actually would like to, learn how to do some of that stuff. I think it's pretty damn cool, honestly. I like the graphics. I think the man actually puts up some good content. I'm being real. I've watched a few of the videos. Some of y'all were saying he was talking about me. He says I commented. He says he was never talking about me. If he was or did or didn't, I don't even care. I don't care. But I can tell you this: the man keeps it very flippant, respectful on his show, which I think is great. And the night I saw a live show, I didn't see a lot of it because I didn't even realize it was on. I've been cleaning my garage. I had stuff to do. And I'm at my garage. I'm like, oh, shoot, let me peep this. And it was live. And he had like 5 different callers. And that's something I want to do with my show as well in my lives. I want to do that. I think that would be a lot of fun. But there was a caller that was talking about Angel Reese as a potential MVP candidate. And they were kind of like going against him because they look at him. I saw people refer to him as an op, which I thought was funny as hell. He's an op. I guess it makes him a Caitlin Clark fan. I don't know what that is. I think that's what he's a Caitlin Clark fan posing. I don't know. Hell, the next one I find, if I get in there early enough, I may jump on that, click that link and jump in. And I'll see what's what. Maybe I can have some conversations with people. I have no problem. You know who I am by now. You know I won't pull punches. I won't pull punches there. I'll give you. And he used fat, and he said facts over feelings, which I thought was hilarious because that's my shit. It's anybody's shit. I don't care. I got merch with that on there. So it is what it is. But here's the reality. And the person on that call made some good points, but here is reality. Angel Reese is playing better right now, flat out. There's no denying it. You cannot deny it. If you've been watching it, you know it. Over the last 3 games, since that break for the one-on-one, Angel Reese is shooting 51.2% from the field, 21 to 41. I don't care about three-point shooting. Not a thing for me. I think she should stay as far away from the three-point line as possible because it will never do her any justice. She's not a good shooter. Just because she makes 1 out of 4 does not make her a good shooter. She's 1 of 5 from 3 from the last 3 games. Do not shoot threes. It's like almost like she's trying to prove something when she does it. If you don't practice it the way you will shoot it in a game, you don't do it in a game. I mean, that's just the way it goes. You need all that shooting on air and no one's flying at you. There's a reason that players shoot the ball, shooters, like real shooters, shoot the ball with those nets. Why? Because those nets create arc on your shot. She doesn't shoot with arc. There's no arc on her shot. Her shot's a line drive. She needs to put that damn net up there, and she needs to start shooting with arc and shooting quick. Because if she's shooting slow as she's shooting from when she takes those jump shots, it's a recipe for disaster. I don't think it's the best idea for her. She should probably stop doing it, but she's going to do it because she feels like it. But nonetheless, she's 1 of 5 from 3. If you take away that 1 of 5, you take that away, that would make her 20 of 36 from the field in the last 3 games. That's 55.5% from 2. I understand it's a small sample size. It's 3 games. But what if it becomes 4 and 5, 6 and 7? I'm only making this video to tell you that the reality is this. If Angel Reese shoots at a 47% clip, which was what she is shooting right now, in Unrivaled for the whole season, not just for these 3 games, but the whole Unrivaled season, for which he's had a 3 of 7, a 5 of 10, a 2 of 6, 2 of 4, 5 of 8, 2 of 6. What you also notice is she's taking a lot more shots. She took 19 shots 2 games ago when she played against Nafisa Collier. She took 16 shots in the last game. She's gone for 23, 14, and 5, and 22, 13, 22, 21, and 2. The things that people criticized her for, getting 8 offensive boards in that game, which I did too. I don't hide from it. I criticize it. I don't. The rebounding numbers in Unrivaled, I don't care about. They're flawed. They're fugazi. They're nonsense. There's one big man out there. She's the only big on that team right now. Everybody else is hurt. She's got to be out there as long as possible. The guards are going to go when she's there to grab the rebound, either dribble it out or kick it out. One or the other. It is what it is. So she's going to get, like, she had more rebounds in that one game than the rest of the team had in that game when she had 21 rebounds. But last game, she had 14 boards and only 2 offensive boards, and neither of those 2 offensive boards were on her own shots. These are facts, not feelings. The point being, Angel Reese is improving. It's a fact. It's a fact. Do I see flaws still in her technique? Yes. There was one shot where she flung it up underhanded with her left. I don't even know how the flipping hell the ball went in the basket. It went in. But she's finishing around the rim better. She is at times putting the ball up higher off her hand, less with this underhanded scoop shit that doesn't work out, that ends up getting blocked. She's getting better, people. And the difference between her being 13 and 13 and 20 and 11, it's like this. It's not big. It's the same reason that I will sit here and have a debate with somebody and have them tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about. But when I speak about Caitlin Clark and I sit here and say she averaged 19 and a half and 8.5 assists, where I'm going to sit here and I'm going to tell you that I think she'll average 25, 12, and 6 next year. I keep saying next year because it's in 3 months. 25, 12, and 6. And I think Caitlin Clark will be the MVP. I flat out believe that she'll be the MVP. If she does that, she'll be the MVP. There will be no denying it. There'll be no denying it. I also feel that she'll average 25, 12, and 6. Why? For a few reasons. One reason, she's going to take a few more shots per game. Whether people believe it or not, I don't care if there's more talent around her. She's going to be more comfortable taking more shots per game. She wasn't very comfortable, especially in the first half of the season. And even then, she still averaged over 16 and a half points a game in the first half of the season. But she was less comfortable. They gave her a gauntlet of a schedule. She was gassed out. There's no question about that. Her teammates were not accustomed to catching her bullet passes. Kelsey Mitchell wasn't completely freaking healthy yet. She was one that was dropping a lot of them. A lot of missed layups cost her a few assists a game. They still cost her assists later on in the season still. There's a number of things that happen, but one of the two main things are shooting percentage and three-point shooting percentage. And in my belief is that Caitlin Clark's shooting percentage will go up from 41.7% to probably 45 to 47%. If her shooting percentage goes up like that, because now she has more talent, which means now it's going to be a lot harder to double team her all over the floor. It will be harder, and if you do, you will pay the price. So I believe her shooting percentage will go up because she'll see less double teams, which means also she'll see more open three-point shots, which is still a majority of the shots that she takes. All right. If you couple in the fact that I think she'll get a cleaner whistle this season, these are all things that I believe. I have no proof to it. It's what I believe is going to happen. You go from 19.6 and you go from 41.5% to 46%. You go from 33, 34% from 3 to 38, 39%. You go from making 4.5 free throws a game to making 6 free throws a game or 6.5 free throws a game because you're getting a cleaner whistle. Remember, A'ja Wilson lived her life on the free throw. 22% of A'ja Wilson's points this past season were from the free throw line. A'ja Wilson took 20 shots plus per game. Was taking 20 shots a game. Caitlin Clark took 14.7 shots per game. So I'm telling you this. If all those things happen, I also think Indiana's going to have a breakneck track speed. They're going to play with nonstop pace. So if you ask me what they're going to average points-wise, I think they're going to average probably close to 100 points per game. They're going to blow people off the floor. That's my belief. It's what I see happening. You have a lot of weapons. And if Stephanie White slows them down, then that's on Stephanie White for screwing it up. Because they averaged 85 a game this past year. They did. So you play that breakneck speed, you're at 97, 98, even 100 points a game. There's 15 more points. I'm telling you right now, I believe she goes 25, 12, and 6. And that's why I believe Angel Reese is an MVP candidate. Could very well be one. I don't think she will win it. I think she will definitely be in the conversation. If she does what she's doing these last 3, if she makes those improvements, keep in mind, she only averaged 12 shots a game, 12.3 shots per game. Do I think her rebounding numbers will go down? Yes, absolutely they will go down. Because you're not going to average 5 offensive boards when you're shooting 8% better than you were last year. So if you go from 39% from the field to 47% from the field, you are going to go from being a 13-point per game score, 13.6, to about 20. You're probably going to shoot some more free throws per game. You're probably, I'm just counting 3. She only made 3 threes last year. So I would not even have that as part of my conversation. If you jump that 12.3 to 14.5 or 15 shots a game, and you're now hitting them at a higher clip, it's basic mathematics. It's basic math. If you take 15 shots times 0.47, which is what she's shooting at Unrivaled right now, that's 7.05 shots makes per game. She played 34 games last year, so I'm using those numbers. 239.7 times 2, 479 points. You change her 3.9 free throws to 4.5 to 1.5 more free throws per game, which is what I would expect to happen. 479. So 5.4 times 34 plus 479. That's 662. You divide that by 34, which she played last year. That's 19.5 points per game. I am telling you, folks, she's an MVP candidate. You don't have to like it. You don't have to like her as a player. But the WNBA needs Angel Reese to be good. It's not about anything else. This isn't even about a rivalry. This is about a league that wants to grow. But in order to grow, you need the player that is the second most marketed player in the league to be good. Not just a rebounder, not getting crucified by half the audience, because you yourself will admit that if she does that and goes 19-5 a game, her rebounds will drop to about 11 because she won't have the same amount of offensive boards. Just a fact. But you go 19-5 and 11? Let's see who in the WNBA did 19.5 and 11 last year. Let's go see. I'm gonna do that search for you right real quick because you already know the answer. You know the answer, people. I don't have to tell you the answer. You know the answer. 19.5 and 11 last year. Asia Wilson. That's your answer. Asia Wilson. Asia Wilson was the only player in the league that did 19.5 and 11. Yeah, she did 27 and 11. 27, 11.9 to be exact. But she's the only player that did it. Nafisa Collier was at 20 and 9.7. She's obviously an MVP candidate. Brianna Stewart was at 20 and 8.5. She's obviously an MVP candidate. And nobody else was remotely close. Dearica Hamby was the next at 17.3 and 9.2. I'm telling you right now, Caitlin Clark's going to win the MVP. Angel Reese will be in the top 3. She'll be in the top 3. Maybe 4. Top 3 or 4. She could be second because Angel Wilson's got a whole brand new team around her. We'll see how she looks. Again, this is all speculation. This is all opinion. This is my opinion based on facts. This is my feeling based on facts. This is the same thing about my feeling for Caitlin Clark based on facts, based on expectations. Angel Reese has gotten better. If she continues down this trajectory, I'm telling you folks right now, you can sit here, you can shit on her, you don't have to like her, whatever. WNBA needs her to be good. This league is, I don't care what anyone says, this league is still floundering in the air. It's not in a good position. Unrivaled TV ratings have been utterly horrendous, which shows that the women's basketball movement isn't what you truly think it is. Not you, but people, yeah, because y'all know what the movement is here. It's Caitlin Clark's movement. But the movement that so many people believe women's basketball is, they don't want to believe it. They want to believe that this is the greatest movement on earth, that it's more popular than the NBA, more popular than baseball, no, it's not. NBA can be floundering in ratings, but it's not less popular than the WNBA. It's not close unless Caitlin Clark's playing. And the only way you'll get people to watch the Chicago, look, man, Angel Reese fans, y'all talk a lot. Y'all talk a big game on the internet. I want you to talk your game by watching the game. That's what I want. I want you to talk your game watching the game. I want to know, I want to see that whenever Chicago's on Ion Network on a Friday night, that there's 800,000 people watching. I want to know that when they're on a Sunday on whether it's ESPN, whatever channel they're on, because now they're supposed to be end up on ESPN, I guess, in the next year. Not this year, but next year, which would be huge for them. I want y'all to show me. I want y'all Angel Reese fans to show me that she is who you say she is. And I don't mean by her playing better. I mean by y'all watching the games. So for any of the Angel Reese fans that are watching this video and have gotten to this 21-minute mark of this video, y'all need to show me something because y'all didn't show it last year. Y'all talk a big game. Y'all talk on the show. I listened to the show. I listened to the show. And I saw a lot of yik yak flabberjacking going on and a lot of stuff in the chat. A lot of it. And that's great. Support her. Do it. But you need to support her by watching her games. You need to support her by selling out that damn building. The fact that the Wind Trust Center or whatever it's called did not sell out for the season is embarrassing. Y'all act a certain way, man. Y'all need to represent when she goes on the road to games. Y'all need to be there. Keep it a buck. But yeah, Angel Reese is an MVP candidate. I don't know what to tell you. She is an MVP candidate. If she does what I expect, what I'm seeing right now, I'm impressed. I am impressed. I am impressed, and I am impressed. I'm telling you right now, she's an MVP candidate. You let me know your thoughts. I hope you don't unsubscribe because I said this, but that's the way it goes. Like, you can't ask me for facts over feelings, and then when I give you facts, you get in your feelings. I appreciate all y'all. I appreciate you. Genuinely, I do. But I want to talk about this sport more than shitting on people all the damn time. I don't want to do it. Lexi Brown did a little speech. I got to remind Lexi Brown that Lexi Brown talked a lot of trash about Caitlin Clark last year. It seems like she's come around. I don't know. But it's hard not to when it's in your face. That's all. You leave a comment. You let me know what you think. You like the video. You'll probably dislike the video if you're a Caitlin Clark. And you say, "Oh, you're wrong." No, I'm not wrong. I know what I'm watching. If she comes back if in that season next year she's averaging 14 and 12, come back and tell me I was wrong. I have no problem. I'll be wrong. What I'm watching, man, I am telling you right now, I am even in this season of Unrivaled, you're seeing a switch. That's the thing. You're seeing a switch. It's like the light switch clicked. You're like, oh damn. There's a light switch that just went off. Aggression, confidence. That switch has brought some confidence and aggression to her. Lisa Leslie might not be a head coach, but Lisa Leslie should be asking for an assistant coaching job with that same Chicago Sky team, but her ego won't allow her to do it because she loves Angel so damn much. Maybe you should love her and help her and go be an assistant coach with the Chicago Sky. They will not say no. They will not say no, even if they said no to you as a head coach. But that's all I got. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I appreciate y'all. Like the video. This is Rudy Saran. Facts over feelings. And salute to you, Simply Ball Dropping. I enjoyed the show. Come on now.